patriotic, Uganda first. This message is brought to you by the National Secretariat for Patriotism Co Uganda, Office of the President.
Youth of Purpose, brought to you by Uganda First.
Hello, welcome to Youth of Purpose, a show that we believe is going to transform your lives and make you better Ugandans. Remember, we focus on patriotism and building your skills to be able to do things with your hands, so that whatever happens, you can still survive in whichever kind of environment. Today, we're getting to you right here in Mbarara. Like you can see, our scenery is in the background, and we're here at Mbarara High School. Down here in the beach is where the patriotism training is taking place, and the young people, the youth, are being trained on the patriotism values and how they can contribute to the development of this country.
Uganda First.
Kathy, tell me, what are you loving about the trainings, the trips that we're having and all that?
Well, it has really been so interesting. I love the fact that most of the people that are in the trainings, I love the way they're so committed to this whole thing. I really do not know so much, but I had a very different picture of how things were going to be. But I really love the way things are going. People are so committed. They're really trying so hard to make sure that they're learning different things about patriotism, about loving one's country, and so many things. And I believe this is really going to be something going to transform our youths and their mindset.
It's really amazing. And remember, we're going to be bringing you all the trainings that are happening in the country. Talk about the north, talk about the west, talk about the east, and then in the central, everywhere. Whether it's at your school, whether it's at your community. Remember, now the trainings are no longer only in schools, but again in communities. Today we're going to be talking about the role of a patriotic citizen in socio-economic transformation, and we'll be talking to the Commissioner of the National Secretariat for Patriotism Co, Office of the President, who will be helping us to deep down into today's topic. Let's have a look.
Uganda First.
Today we're going to be talking about the role of a patriotic citizen in social transformation. What are you supposed to be doing as a patriotic citizen to see that you contribute to the development of this country socially and make sure that it transforms? And to enable us in this discussion is this Commissioner for the National Secretariat for Patriotism Co, Office of the President, who will be letting us know what is your role as a patriotic citizen. Brigadier General Patrick Mwesti, welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Thank you.
Kindly say hi to the viewers.
Hello, viewers and our listeners. The issue of patriotism here is really a pertinent one in our country, indeed as it is in every other country. The citizens must be, taught. They must be made, to learn the values of patriotism. Who is a patriot and what is his role in the socio-economic transformation of our country? A patriot is that person who has acquired those values of patriotism and has had those values imparted to him through patriotism training. Patriotism is like a lifestyle. When you have those values, there is a lifestyle you live, and there is a lifestyle you detest. Patriotism means love for yourself and love for others. Let me start with yourself. When you love yourself, you do things that preserve your life, to make sure that you're healthy, you're not sick, and you don't endanger your life with lifestyles which are dangerous or hazardous to your life. If I'm to mention but a few, drinking excessively, engaging in promiscuous acts, and many others, engaging in riotous or criminal activities. These are not acts of a patriot. When you're a patriot, you are supposed to respect and hold every other citizen in that manner. You're supposed to be humble and not just fight or cause chaos unnecessarily. A patriot does not discriminate. You're not supposed to be a sectarian, because you have no room for that. You regard every other citizen as useful, as productive, and a contributor for social economic transformation drive. Every other citizen, when you're a patriot, you look at him or her as a market, as a producer. They produce goods and services. They either sell or they buy goods and services. They distribute, they consume. They consume what you produce, and they also, you consume what they produce, and what you don't produce is what you consume from them. So everybody is very useful, and therefore there is no room for sectarianism or dividing people because of their identity.
Through all the trainings that you're doing, because
yes.
It's good that now you're going even out of schools.
Yes.
I know previously most of the patriotism trainings were in secondary schools and universities, but now you're going to the communities.
True.
So how are you taking this kind of information and helping the patriotic youth to understand their role in social transformation, and how are you helping them to get this kind of information of how they can use the available support of funds from the government to be able to transform themselves?
Thank you. I think what we are doing and what is very, very paramount is to change our way of thinking, to change our mindset.
Oh, yeah.
The way we look at the world, the way we look at things. Now, there are so many inclinations of thought.
Yeah.
The thought, for instance, that, things must come easily. There is nothing good in this world that comes easy. You have to toil.
Oh, yeah.
Even those farmers who are doing farming, it's not easy. For instance, you grow tobacco at the beginning of the year and you expect, or sugar cane after so many years, or coffee.
Oh, yeah.
You grow coffee, you plant coffee today, you expect to harvest after 2 years.
After 2 years, yeah.
So there is nothing that comes without toil. So we are helping these young people to change the way they look at things, the traditional way, and the negative beliefs they have harbored for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
For instance, to be positive towards the government programs, and not politicize every other program. We want them to change their attitudes to work. That, for instance, when you have gotten this money, use it, work, do work sustainably. Yeah. Because there's a lot of laziness in this country, people don't spend much time working. So we need to change these attitudes, but also change values. So three things: values, our beliefs, and our attitudes. Because beliefs keep us down. Beliefs change the way we reason, the way we make decisions. For instance, if you come from a poor background, it's very easy for you to have this belief within you that will be difficult for you to break through. And you think that maybe it's a family curse or evil spirits from the family are following you. So we help people to move away from this kind of thinking and belief. Attitudes, to have positive attitudes to work, to be able to move out, to move and do things, to have the courage, to have the stamina and the energy to move on and not expect help. So the idea of self-reliance is important, and we emphasize it. That even when government is going to help you, you must be doing something. You must be doing something and doing it sustainably, not this piecemeal kind of work. So our main thrust is on changing our way of thinking, our mindset. Yes.
And the attitude.
Those three things. The mindset refers to those three things: our beliefs, our values, and attitudes. But most especially, all of them three are equally important. Because beliefs can keep you looking in the wrong direction.
Your attitude.
They will affect your attitude, they will affect your values. Yes. By values, I mean the principles that guide you. What are the principles that guide you?
Yes.
Are you the kind of person who likes, harvesting from what you have not worked or invested your effort in the movement? So I can't take it. So those three things, we emphasize them and we try to bring people around so that they can change their lives and in the process change the life of the nation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's very awesome. So before we conclude this topic of discussion, what are your closing remarks as far as the role of a patriotic citizen in social transformation is concerned?
I'm saying that every Ugandan must really embrace patriotism. And he must be ready to listen to these voices. There are some people who are saying, no, patriotism, you can't teach it because you are born with it in your veins.
Oh yeah.
But you see, you can't remain the same from the time you are born up to the time when you are an adult.
Sure.
You can't be the same. You are polluted by a lot of negativities. Your experiences of life, what you pass through as you grew up, the kind of education that you get, the messages you get from the media, like social media and so on. Some of the messages are wrong, but we take it to be true.
Yeah.
And those different ideologies that we believe in, religion changes the way we look at things.
Yes.
Some religions are entrepreneurial, and others emphasize
only
the spiritual part, spiritual growth, and de-emphasize entrepreneurial endeavors. So if you belong to that one, you remain poor.
Yeah.
You remain poor. And the gist here really is to change our lives. So let's all embrace this ideology. Let us promulgate it countrywide so that you want to achieve.
Yes.
Thank you.
So there are three things that you must put your focus right on. One, your beliefs, your attitude, and then your values. And all those put together will be able to make you and help you to transform socially and become a better person. It's been the Commissioner of the National Patriotism Corps, Office of the President, here at Mbarara, where we're having a training of patriotism for the youth right here, and they are getting to understand how can they benefit from the government programs. And it's the reason that these people travel all the way from Kampala to come right here. Let's get into a short break. We'll be right back with more.
Youth of Purpose.
Well, that was it from the Commissioner of NSPC, and we're going to be hearing from some of the trainees and some of the students from Mbarara High School.
Let's have a look.
Uganda First.
My name is Ainabiwana Brinton, a student at Mbarara High School. I'm in Form 6 Arts, doing history, economics, literature. I also happen to be the head prefect of Mbarara High School. So about the role of patriotic citizens, I believe one of the roles is we being able to support the government programs. When the government brings up a program, we should be able to support it in ways of public discussions and in ways of paying taxes, being able to fully support the government so that its programs are fulfilled for the development of this country. Thank you.
Uganda First.
My name is Roderick Muhumure and I am in Senior 6B. I'm offering Mathematics, Economics and Geography. About the role of patriots in the development of Uganda, you can see, number one, we shall believe by talking about the law. We have to respect the law. We live by the rule of the law in the country. And for those who are in leadership posts, you should also respect the guidelines that are managing you in your position. So this one calls for reduced corruption and trying to bring services as the way they come to all the people. And I thank God that currently I'm the president, Patriotism Club of Mbarara High School, and we have been able to shift and to produce students of value through this institution.
Uganda First.
My name is Aijuka Alan. I'm a student at Mbarara High School. I do history, economics, divinity. I'm in Senior 6. Being a patriot means you do for the country selflessly and with love for the sake of the country. You become a vigilante in support of the country's programs, the government, and in enforcement of the law, you sensitize other citizens. And a club at Mbara High School, we have a patriotism club. So our role is to show fellow Ugandans the belonging to Uganda as citizens, too, that they have a responsibility to play in the development of the country, like through paying taxes, through guiding others. For example, sometimes we have political commotions just because of propaganda. So we try to direct them towards the direction of learning the true meaning of being a Ugandan and what we are supposed to do. Thank you so much.
Council of Mbara City. For me, how I see patriotism, I see it as a concept that involves nationalism and that involves selflessness. It also involves subordination of individual interests for national interests. And I think it is a concept that most of us, especially the youth, have taken for granted. Just because of some small excitements here and there, and a couple of issues. So for me, when I think about patriotism and its impact on socio-economic transformation, we should stop complaining every time. We should put ourselves in a position where we are part of making our nation better. That's why some of us youth, and of course we always encourage our fellow youths to participate in partisan politics sometimes, if that is your area or how you feel you can make a contribution.
Uganda First.
My name is Nahera Prima, a student at Bishop Stewart University. I would like to encourage and advise my fellow youth, because we are so wise and we are helpful and powerful, to bring up ourselves. First and foremost, the government has brought to us so many privileges that we can take good use of them and develop ourselves. And it is so good if the government brings in a program and you take advantage of it, because they are so helpful and they can help us to develop ourselves. And secondly, I believe that even when someone has no much money, but the little that you have can also make the big monies that we want. Because I believe, like I myself, I have a thinking and I have some small business that I think I can start up and it can make my life better. As patriotic citizens, we believe in teamwork. Because as a team, as they say in English, that two heads are better than one. I believe that if you bring your thoughts together, if you're like 5 or 10 or 20 people and you bring your thinking together, you bring your thought together, you put your thoughts on table, you talk about it, you can easily get the funding from the government, because it is very easy to get the funding from the government than when you are an individual. For example, the government has brought in the youth livelihood funds and whatsoever. And if you are a group, it can be easy for you to contact the responsible people. They can help you out. You start up some projects that you think will help you tomorrow or today even. And you start up something that can even make you busy. You have a feeling that I have a responsibility and I can handle it. As long as you are a team and you work together, you believe in one thinking, you believe that you can make it. I am very sure that if you get the fun and you make very good use of it, you can take care of yourself, you can take
Uganda First.
My name is Mwesije Eric. I am a student of Bishop Stewart University, Mbalala. A patriot kids must have a different way of perceiving things. The way you perceive things is different. For example, you must live as an example. The problem with the youth now is that we don't want to understand. We don't want to be corrected. We don't want to be taught. We tend to be knowing everything, and yet in actual sense it's not the truth. Youth, we need to change our mindset towards understanding the country. If we're innovative and creative, really we will not be unemployed. Today, you have land, you are educated, you can think, you can transform things, why would you complain of unemployment? All of us will not get like being an MP, like being in office, but we need to first start something for ourselves. We learn how to save, we learn how to use the data we have to attain what we don't have.
Uganda First.
Thank you. My name is Cynthia Kahira, Youth Finance Mbarara City and National Youth Council. I've emphasized the government programs like the youth livelihood programs, which are helping the youth out there to develop themselves in different ways. There are the women programs, the youth, the men, the people with disabilities, and many others. And we have gotten a good number of people who have benefited a lot from that, from those programs. So another thing, I've also tried to emphasize my fellow youth out there on taking up the government or the leadership positions, because when we have those positions, or when we are well represented in different sectors, like in the parliament, in councils, everywhere, that is when we get to benefit a lot and get what we want, or have our voices heard and achieved.
Take care of the responsibilities that you have.
Youth of Purpose.
These are very, very brilliant ideas from the guys from Mbarara.
Yeah.
It's a real vibe.
It's
yeah,
Mbarara.
the guys from Mbarara. And I like it from the students of Mbarara High School. They are right on point. And also, and also the trainees who are here at the Mbarara High School playground. Yeah, you can see the zeal they have for this kind of training and what they are learning. But again, helping their fellow youths, because one of the points they were emphasizing is how they are benefiting from the government programs, but again, how they help their fellow youths to also benefit from these programs and create a positive mental attitude. Now, Kathy, I know you like juice so much, but you don't know how to make juice, do you?
I can try.
Okay.
I'm not so perfect, but I think I can try.
Probably I'll be able to rate you. So today we're going to be learning how to make juice. Not only juice, but cocktail juice. You know, this is one of the lucrative businesses that one can do. Just make your juice, pack it very well, do the branding, and go to offices and be helping people to get healthy juice. So we're going to be learning how to make that, and then we'll be right back.
This is Gloria, and today we are going to be making juice, very fresh juice, African fresh juice. Why African? Because all the fruits are born here in Africa, and right here in the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. And you can never go wrong with, with fruits. Vitamins are vital for your health, and with this COVID season, my God, you need to take more of this. So I'm going to take us through a process of making a cocktail juice. Cocktail is a mixture of many things. Now being a fruit juice, it's different fruits you're going to use. As you can see, we have oranges, we have passion fruits, then we have mangoes, we have carrots, we have pineapple, we have watermelon, and then of course this is my magic, my secret ingredient. It's no longer secret now. It's mint. The only mint, it makes your juice so lovely and tasty. Of course, you have to use nice clean water, boiled drinking water, and cold water. Lukewarm, it can be lukewarm. That's room temperature, or you can use refrigerated. Today we are not putting sugar, we are only having natural sugars. We have enough fruits to cater for everyone in the house. Yes, so we are going to start by cutting our fruits. My hands are very, very clean. Very clean. I wash them with soap and clean water. You would need a spoon as well. So a big cocktail, and I'm going to make for a big house today. I'm going to first cut my fruits. So big, and the knife is very sharp, so you need to be very careful. So that you don't cut yourself in case you have a sharp knife. Look at this, so juicy. So I'm going to cut my watermelon. Here we go. You cut small pieces so that it's easy to blend. It doesn't get passed down. I'm going to use 1/3 for this amount I've put. I'll definitely blend the rest. Our first round is done. I'm going to blend it last when it has every fruit in. Here we are adding in a mango. Like I said, we are going to use all these fruits, so don't worry if you see me not putting. Great. This is mint. Gives your juice a very wonderful taste. So I only put a few leaves. Don't put too much. Don't exaggerate the amount. Just put little. Little is all you need to give you that tasty, that taste, the sweet taste that is out of this world. So this is already, it's fully blended. So I'm going to add in like a few passion fruits and add in a few, and then maybe you can add in this orange, and then we're free to go. And fruits, but a blender is faster for me. And I think I can balance it well so that they don't over crush You blend for like 30 seconds, I mean the passion fruits, or less. Are we counting? I think that's enough. Okay, here we go. We are done with our passion fruits, mixing in our passion fruits. So we are going to mix to put it in here. Now, if you want to really have nice juice, the secret ingredient that is no longer secret is me, but also oranges. My God, they are so nice, very magical. The magical taste, you'll get it from an orange. So what do we do with oranges? We do not blend. You just squeeze them in your juice. Put enough of them. You make sure you put it in before you sieve, or you can, yeah, so it can mix well. Alternatively, you can squeeze it on the already sieved juice, but through a strainer. We are done blending the fruits that can fill up this jar. Now we are going to sieve it. So pay close attention how I sieve. For this jar alone, not yet, although I'm still going, but we can now have our jar full of juice, healthy juice. I hope everyone has learned how to make the juice. Just remind us of the ingredients I put in our cocktail. I used pineapple, watermelon, we had our passion fruits, we had oranges, then we had carrots, and of course this, the mint. It gives you a very good taste. So hopefully hopefully you can make that wonderful juice for your family. If you cannot make it, please call me on 0702 460002. God bless you and have a wonderful time.
Wow, I hope you've all learned how you can make yourself some juice, and I personally, I think I would love to try it.
Yes, that's it we had for you guys on today's show. We'll be bringing you more of what's happening in the patriotism trainings, but again getting the views of the young people on how they can contribute to the development of this country. My name is Ivan Tumikonde.
My name is Ishimwe Kati.
Don't forget, this show was proudly brought to you by the National Secretariat for Patriotism Call, Office of the President, under the theme Uganda First. In everything you do,
do not forget to follow us on our Facebook and Twitter, Youth of Purpose.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Youth of Purpose, brought to you by Uganda First.